evening, everyone, and welcome inside the Flair Airlines hangar here at the Edmonton Expo Center, getting ready for the final round-robin game at the Men's NORCECA Final Six 2023 here on CBC Sports. Canada at 3-1, taking on Mexico at 2-2. The scenarios are plain and simple. Canada needs to win one set to advance to the gold medal game. Mexico needs to win one set to advance to at least the bronze medal game. A Mexican sweep would see them vault ahead of Canada in the standings and into the gold medal game while Canada plays for bronze, while a Canadian sweep could see Mexico fall all the way back to fifth, depending on point quotient with Puerto Rico and Mexico. So things very interesting here for the final round robin game. A lot on the line. This is just how you like to wrap up a round robin. We'll get to the first serve in just a moment, but for now we'll go to the in-house announcer Bianca for our pregame introduction. Stay with us right here on CBC Sports. So there you go, the starting lineups for Canada and Mexico here as we wrap up the round robin of this year's Men's NORCECA Final Six. We're here at the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So glad you could join us here on CBC Sports. My name is Grayson Knutson. Again, we ran through the scenarios before. Just in case you missed it, Canada needs one set victory to move on to the gold medal match. Mexico needs one set win to at least be in the bronze medal match. A Mexican sweep puts them in the gold medal game, and Canada will play for the bronze. And if Mexico fails to win a set here, they might drop all the way to fifth. We'd have to get at the points quotient and things get messy, and I'm not a math guy, so I'll leave that up to someone else. First point of the match went to the Mexicans, a great run to open things up for them, and here's Brandon Lopez. Hesslinger with the swing. Luis Hernandez went over, but a net touch called against Canada, so a point for Mexico. Canada wearing their black uniforms here today. Mexico in the predominantly white with some green and red, black shorts. Another serve for Brandon Lopez. Chris Byam with a swing, and that will drop. Byam gets Canada on the board. Not the hardest ball he's ever hit, but in a good spot, splitting two defenders. Here's Isaac Hesslinga out of Orangeville, Ontario. Comes right back, Christensen will put it away. I think he really wanted to pound that thing, but instead wound up knocking it off to the side. Good location. Now Hesslinga with the serve. Just long, he didn't miss by very much. The server for Mexico is number 19, Luis Hernandez. Tough one there, dunked down easily. Yasutaka Sanai, the number 18. Started the last couple of games here for Mexico and made a nice impact for them. Hernandez readying another serve. Mexico up 4-2 here early on in this opening set, but that's going to go long. So both teams have committed a service error here. Liam Christensen out of Oak River, Manitoba, ready to serve. Another service error for Canada. Sanai for Mexico, the 22-year-old. Quick in the middle there, showing her. A nice scramble by Mexico to keep that up. There's Schmidt! Caden Schmidt with a thunderous kill for Canada. First swing of the match for Schmidt. One-on-one coverage here on the near side. He took full advantage. Byam into the net. After last night's loss to the United States, Canadians head coach Dan Lewis said they just made too many mistakes. And against a team like the Americans, you cannot afford to make a ton of mistakes. And they haven't started serving very well here in this one. Schmidt, blocked, still alive. Byam out of the back with a roll. Hernandez digs it. That's set to nobody in particular. Chance Canada. Back row, Hesslinga blocked. Good reaction. Long rally here. Osu Lopez got on top of it. Sends it out the back. Points for Canada. Those long rallies can be such momentum swingers. We'll see if Canada can take advantage of this. Here's Caden Schmidt out of Mississauga, Ontario. Back row, Hernandez off hands. One touch, second one can't reel it in. Darian Picklick and Zachary Hollins, the two liberos, will swap depending on whether Canada is in serve-receive or are serving. Hollins comes out for serve-receive here as Edgar Mendoza, the Mexican setter, puts the ball in play. Back row Byam, tip. Great effort from Iram Bravo. Hernandez, was there a touch? No, there wasn't. Point Canada. Mexico still in front here at 7-6 early in this opening set as Corey Schoenherr out of Waterloo, Ontario will now serve. Mendoza there for Brandon Lopez. A couple of Canadians both wanted to go for it, Schoenherr and Schmidt. Good spot for Lopez to split them. Osu Lopez leads the tournament in aces with 10 heading into action today. And that's why. What an absolute rocket of a serve from Osu Lopez. That's big time right there. Can he follow it up with another one? Went big again. That one, though, goes wide. Canada gets out of that rotation. Here's Jonathan Portelance, Sherbrooke, Quebec. Quick for Brandon Lopez. Excellent middle run for Mexico. And Lopez put it down to the floor. A couple points for him here early in this one. 3 to be exact. He's the leading scorer so far. Byam did find the corner. Another look at the Byam kill. Can Canada taking advantage of a 1v1 matchup? Here's Hesslinger. Good pass from Bravo. Back row, Lopez! Out of the pipe, Josu Lopez with a thumping swing there. Portelance just couldn't handle that heater. I don't blame him, that thing was coming in hot. There's some confusion on the Canadian side. Hesslinger and Hollins run into each other, and that's going to be an ace for Mexico and Luis Hernandez. 4-point Mexican lead here in this opening set. That's out. Service error from Mexico. Liam Christensen now at the line for Canada. Sinai blocked. Byam with the stuff on the outside. That time a 1v1 matchup that was won by the blocker as Byam shut down the attack. Christensen another serve. Sinai again, this time pokes it over. Portelance looking for Schmidt. 3 in the wall. Sinai, was there a touch? Yes, there was, according to the lines person. So point Mexico. Sinai went down the line here. It did land out. The officials, though, ruling that it was touched on the way. Now Sinai to serve. Byam, cross court, got it to go again. Byam had an unreal game against Puerto Rico earlier in the round robin. Looks good here again tonight. Good reaction from Picklick. Schmidt up against 3 in the wall, and it's blocked. Might not have gotten over either. Take another look at it here. Schmidt lining it up against 3 in the wall. That's close. Victor Parra serving. Schmidt, that one will get through. Just able to wedge the ball through a seam. Schmidt going back to the service line now for Canada. Let's fly, but it's long. 4th service error of the set already for Canada. 15-12 Mexico in front. This is their setter, Edgar Mendoza. Hesslinger Good dig in the back by Sinai. Josu Lopez blocked. Still alive. Lopez up swinging. Dug up by Schmidt. Now Byam lets fly. Another long rally here. Lopez stuck in the block and down. Point Mexico. So earlier, Canada won a lengthy rally. Now Mexico has responded in kind. Another serve here from Mendoza. Back row from Byam. Off hands and out of bounds. Point Canada. Watch Chris Byam do this a few times at Mount Royal, where he starts the game off red hot and you go, oh no, here he goes. Might be one of those nights here tonight. Corey Schoner with a strong serve. Hernandez, yes sir, there were three in the wall, and he found a way through. Look at the set all the way across from Mendoza that time. 4-point Mexican lead. Dropped that one short, Sinai blocked. Oh, it didn't get over. Point Canada. It's a bit of a strange call here, because that ball should have still been live. I didn't see a signal from the officials indicating something that was a missed carry or something like that, a lift. There's an ace. Jonathan Portlas floated one in that the Mexicans couldn't handle, and now Jorge Azer gonna take a timeout. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. Mexico up 17-15, and they took a timeout. Mexico is coming off a loss to Puerto Rico, a surprising loss to Puerto Rico. Head coach Jorge Azer said after that game, Puerto Rico made all the right adjustments, and they were simply the better team in that game, particularly in reception and siding out. He said his team made too many mistakes, and that was the difference. (17-15) Mexico as players return to the court here. Jonathan Portlas for Canada, coming off an ace. We'll see if that timeout maybe froze him a little bit. Handled better this time. Brandon Lopez able to sneak it through. Point Mexico. Brandon Lopez now leading Mexico with 4 points in this match so far. Byam, tip, still alive. Hernandez, off hands, out of bounds, point Mexico. That lead is back up to 4 now for the Mexicans. Brandon Lopez at the line once again. Hesslinger, holy smokes! That's what he does. Isaac Hesslinger gets up by and hammers it hard. Look at where this lands. Well in front of that 3-meter line. Couldn't follow it up with a good serve though, as it's out of bounds, and Mexico has reached the 20-point mark first. Still up by 4. Luis Hernandez serving. And that is mistake for mistake here. Sub on the Canadian side, Christensen coming out, Isaiah Mamer coming in. Schmidt's made a few appearances in this event, particularly in the last couple of matches as a serve sub for one of the middle blockers for Canada. This time around it's Liam Christensen. Mamer out of Wilkie, Saskatchewan. Back row, Hernandez tipped it over, kept alive by Mamer. Schmidt off the net. Para! This is scrambly at the moment from both sides. Back row, Hernandez blocked, still alive. Byam roll shot right at Hernandez. Sanai on the outside, scores for Mexico. So in the long rallies, Mexico has a 2-1 advantage. That one just snuck through the block. Dan Lewis and Team Canada going to take a timeout here, their first of the set. Mexico's got that 4-point lead back, 21-17. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Mexico 4 points away from ensuring that they will do no worse than an appearance in the bronze medal match. Canada still has a shot in this set, but it's going to happen quick if it is going to happen. Both teams look like they were readying substitutes as well. Christensen is going to come back in for Mamer on the Canadian side, and then he will step out for the libero Hollins. On the Mexican side, they've made this double substitution quite a bit in this tournament, with Angel Dominguez and Miguel Resendez coming in. Edgar Mendoza and Luis Hernandez come out. Resendez comes into the back row to do the setting. Dominguez, very tall, about 6'9", is up front. Byam drops another one in. Half a dozen points now for Byam in this match. And he's going to step aside now. Mason Greaves will come in. Looks like they're going to do the Mexican subs first. Hernandez, Mendoza back, Resendez and Dominguez out. Double sub for Canada, we've seen this quite a bit too. Greaves and Reeve Chinchera come in. Byam is coming out, and so is Jonathan Portland. So same idea as on the Mexican side. Greaves will go back to serve and do the setting from the back row. Chinchera joins the three-man attack up front. Not to mention you've got Isaac Hesslinga in the back as well. Big swing there from Josu Lopez, right down the line. He has got all sorts of power. The number 6 for Mexico. They're up 22-18. Victor Para will serve. And he just trickled it over. Greaves was aware. Chinchera's first swing is out the back. Point Mexico, the lead is now 5. Quick serve here from Para, trying to catch Canada unaware, and it works! Canada a little slow coming out of their team huddle. And Mexico took advantage. Set point Mexico. They're gonna have to wait a little bit longer here as that goes out the back. Caden Schmidt to serve now for Team Canada. Needs at least 5 to keep this set going. Lopez poking at it, but it goes out of bounds, no touch. Mendoza trying that shoot set out to him. The timing just not quite there. Schmidt again. Into the net. Mexico wins the opening set 25-20. And that means that Mexico can no longer drop down to 5th. They will be guaranteed at least a spot in the bronze medal game. So that means we do know that 5th and 6th will be Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic tomorrow. They played again today, and they played a really good 5-setter, so should be a good one tomorrow as well. Meanwhile, Mexico, if they can pull off the sweep, they'll play for gold. Canada just needs 1 set here. We'll find out what happens in set number 2 when we return to the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 in Edmonton on CBC Sports in just a couple of moments. Ready to return for set number 2 here between Canada and Mexico. Mexico winning that opener 25-20. Hope you're having a great Saturday night. My name is Grayson Knudsen. Happy to be here with you on CBC Sports. Let's run through the first set statistics. Mexico outscoring Canada 14-9 in attack points. Both teams with 1 block point. Mexico had 3 aces to Canada's 1. Canada committed 6 service errors. Mexico committed 5. So ready to get us underway in the second set is Josu Lopez, and we know what he can do back there at the service line. Took a little something off that one. Quick attack for Christensen. Well, there's a softer serve and an easy pass. Set up a good middle attack for the Canadians, and they're on the board first here. Jonathan Portlance to serve, and he gets an ace. Right through the hands. Portlance has a couple of aces. Another look at it there, just not handled by Sinai in the back row. Another serve from Portlance into the net. So an ace and an error for him at the service line for Team Canada that time around. Brandon Lopez for the Mexicans. Portlance pops it up by him down the line, but he missed. And as soon as he landed, he let out a yell of agony that he had missed that opportunity. Portlance will go right back to him. Here's Sanai. Gets that one through the block. Yasutaka Sanai. Canada with their next-gen squad here in this event. All of these players still playing university. The exception, Darian Picklick, just graduated. As it's thrown over by him for a Canadian point. Meanwhile, on the Mexican side, very interesting. They're using this event as preparation for the upcoming Olympic qualifying tournament. They're actually in the same group as Canada over in China. So they have 8 players on this team who will represent their country at that tournament. They'll join up with some of the pro players in Europe who have gone to start their seasons. Free ball chance here for Canada. Can the Maple Volleys take advantage? Byam blocked, but it goes out of bounds. Mexico did well to get a piece of that one, but couldn't steer it back into the court as Hesslinga serves. Para just tipped it over. Schmidt lines it up against 3, dug up by Picklick. Schmidt helping out, Hesslinga over the net. One-handed set, Para puts it away. Great rally, both sides. Canada managed to scramble it back over. Mexico trying to get the attack off before Canada was reorganized. Used that middle run well. Luis Hernandez serve. Byam, that caught fingertips, point Canada. Teams just trading points here in the opening stages of set number 2. 5-4 Canada in front. This is the Winnipeg Westman Liam Christensen. Into the net, service error for Team Canada. Seeing that number creep high again for the Canadians. Here's Yasutaka Sanai. Oh boy. The less said about that one, the better. Error for error here. Center dump that time from Mendoza. First time we've seen him do that in this match. Brilliantly disguised as well. Not one Canadian player thought that that was a possibility. The server is Victor Para. Schmidt, off hands, still alive. Lopez, great dig by Hesslinga. Byam, down the line. Outstanding defense, turning into incredible offense here for Team Canada. Now Caden Schmidt, part of that Trinity Western University National Championship squad from this past March. Josu Lopez returns the favor for Mexico. He's among the top scorers in this event. Edgar Mendoza, the Mexican setter, with that running float serve that he does. Quick in the middle there. Not the cleanest from Schoener, but it does the trick. Not sure if you can pick up the audio at home, but that ball didn't make that nice smack when you hit it right. It did that pop. But it worked out in the end. Now Schoener serving. Sends it out the back. Canada, 9 service errors in the match so far. You have to balance going big and putting in an aggressive serve with making sure that it goes in, because you can't just give the other team easy serves to pound right back at you. Mexico with a mistake there. They're up to 7 now as well, so neither team really doing great work from the back line yet. If the aces were a little higher, I think the coaches would be okay with those error numbers being a little bit inflated, but that's not the case either as Portloss serves. Portloss, he's been rolling from the line. He's got all 3 Canadian aces in the match. Canada up 10-8 here in this second set. Again, 1 set win for Canada in this match puts them in the gold medal game tomorrow against a very good American squad. Portloss keeps it alive. Free ball for Mexico. Hernandez up against 3, and he found a way through. Good work here from Luis Hernandez. Portloss in the right spot, just couldn't come up with that dig. Brandon Lopez serving for Mexico. Portloss by him. What a block that is! Good reaction from Hollins. Chance for Mexico to attack. Sinai tips it. Portloss digs it up. Hesslinga couldn't put it away. Hernandez. That will go wide. Point Canada. Wow, that was close. Another incredible rally between these two teams. Canadian defense has been great. Isaac Hesslinga came into action today as the 3rd highest scorer in this event. That serve, though, is going to go out the back. 11-10, Canada still in front here in this second set. The server is Luis Hernandez. Portloss, quick for Christensen, went deep with it, and he is fired up. Christensen putting that one deep. Now he'll go back to the service line. Oh, that was close. That one was diving, but it was just a hair long. But yet another service error here for Canada. Sinai rolls one over. By him, big block, Lopez. That was 1v1 and Josu Lopez won the battle. Tied at 12 now. Sinai once more. Lots of mustard on that one. Schmidt blocked, Hollins covering. Portloss for Byam. Tip. Another chance for Canada. Quick in the middle. Schoener goes deep. That's very good running of the offense by Jonathan Portloss. All 3 of his front row attackers got an opportunity there. Double sub on the Canadian side with Greaves and Gingera coming in. Byam and Portloss coming out. Same double sub we saw in that opening set. We've seen it a few times throughout the event as well. Back row, Hernandez. He unleashed one right down the line at Picklick, who was right where he wanted to be. But that thing coming hot. Couldn't handle it. Victor Parra serving. Greaves looking for Schmidt. That's blocked. Josu and Brandon Lopez both up high there. Mexico has jumped in front here, 14-13. Schoener just wide. 2-point lead for Mexico. It's the play Canada wanted to run there. They just didn't execute it in the end, and a timeout taken by head coach Dan Lewis. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for helping to organize the volunteers for this event. You can see some of them there in the foreground in the yellow t-shirts, helping shag balls or wipe up some excess moisture on the floor. And of course, there's a whole whack of people also working behind the scenes. Big thank you to everyone who's volunteering their time to help make this event such a success. Another good crowd on hand here at the Expo Center. Victor Parra to get us back underway out of the timeout. They're showing her, and again, it's wide. Wasn't able to get the wrist snap that time. Say about the crowd too, there's a handful of Mexican fans in attendance, seeing a lot of football jerseys, soccer jerseys if you will, El Tri. Miss serve from Mexico will send Caden Schmidt back to the line. Josu Lopez off hands. Greaves looking for his teammate Chinchera, and that's out the back, no touch, point Mexico. Canada will bring Portloss and Byam back in here for Greaves and Chinchera. Brief appearances for both of those players so far, and they struggling to get going here. Tough when you are in and out of the match. Edgar Mendoza, Mexico, has built up a 3-point lead, and we're getting later into this second set. They're showing her, they've reestablished that connection, he and Portloss. Middle attackers, very important for Canada, whether it's Christensen or Schoenher, or even the likes of Jonah Dueck and James Vincent off the bench. There's a block for Hesslinger. Free in the wall that time. Hernandez tried to go cross court and Hesslinger was there. Timeout Mexico. Jorge Azer wants to slow down this Canadian roll. They've scored 2 points in a row, cut the lead down to 1. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. Two teams ready to take the floor once again as a big roar erupts at the hangar for Canada. Again, they're just looking for one set win here to lock up their spot in tomorrow's final. Here's Schoenher. Hernandez blocked! That's a center block for Portloss! Teammates fired up watching their setter get a solo stuff. And we're even at 17 here with Schoenher serving. Quick for Brandon Lopez, still alive, but that ball did not take a kind bounce off the net. It hit it and rolled straight down. Josu Lopez having another good game for the Mexicans. That serve, though, is going to go out the back. He's leading all scorers for Mexico with 7 points. Chris Byam still the top Canadian point getter with 10. Portland's the serve. Lopez out of the back, and he got stuck in the hands. Lopez wasn't able to get a good swing like he wanted, but maybe the soft contact was what was needed there. Lopez serving, Don Lopez, I should say. Hesslinger, what a readjustment that was to catch the hands. Have to take another look at this. Watch Isaac Hesslinger as he makes his approach. Had to change the body angle there to get that ball. Now the University of Alberta Golden Bear will serve. Just got it over. Hernandez, that ball still up. Picklick for Schmidt. Off hands, out of bounds. Canada has taken the lead. (20-19). Remember that Dan Lewis took a timeout when it was 17-14 Mexico. Things have changed since then. Hesslinger serving. Quick for Para, and they're just not able to find the extra touch, Team Canada, on that one. The score in this game, unlike my vision, is 20-20, as the server is Hernandez. Porlas, Byam, high off hands, chance for Mexico. Quick for Para! Great execution from Team Mexico that time. The block slowed it up and created that opportunity. Mexico now in front at 21-20. Hernandez serving. Schmidt had to be quick, and he was. What a kill from Caden Schmidt on the outside. The tempo there from Team Canada was impressive. Isaiah Mamer coming in here to serve again for Liam Christensen in a big moment, 21-21, late in the second set. Mamer out of the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. Long run for Mendoza. Trouble for Mexico, point Canada. Mamer went for precision rather than power that time. Put it right along the sideline. Sinai took first contact. Mendoza couldn't reach it. Canada in front, 22-21. Mexico takes a timeout. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of their main sponsors, Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. If you're wondering what Volleyball Stuff is, that's exactly what it sounds like. It's stuff for volleyball. They've got some nice merchandise here, little kiosk at the Expo Center, so if you are coming tomorrow, be sure to check that out. All sorts of Canada volleyball apparel. 22-21. Canada is in the lead here. Crowd's having fun on a Saturday night. So are we, and we hope you are as well. Canada 3 points away from heading to the gold medal game and locking in all three matchups tomorrow. Mexico still have a shot at going to the gold medal game themselves. Sinai, that's blocked, still alive, Bravo can't reach it. Canada with a crucial 2-point edge late in the set. 3 in the wall there. I think it was Schmidt who got the touch. Sub on the Mexican side, Sinai coming out. Jorge Hernandez, the number 2, coming in. Mamer, another serve for Canada. Back row, Luis Hernandez. Mamer was hoping he could turn the foot and pop the ball up, but it didn't work out. Now we've got subs on both sides here. Canada's going to bring Christensen back in for Mamer. He'll make way for the libero Hollins. Mexico with their double sub, Rescindes and Dominguez in. Luis Hernandez and Mendoza coming out. The server is Jorge Hernandez, the 20-year-old, Baja California. 23-22 Canada. Schmidt, roll shot. Rescindes looking for Lopez, through the block, point Mexico. We're at deuce in set number 2. First team to get a 2-point lead will win it. Timeout Canada. Dan Lewis wants to discuss tactics here, maybe try to freeze the server for Mexico. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for helping to organize volunteers for this event. You can check out volleyballalberta.ca for more information about volleyball in this province. 23-23. It's a party here at the Flair Airlines hangar, home of the Canadian Elite Basketball League's Edmonton Stingers. Canada's coming back on the floor, if you didn't catch that, as the crowd erupts once again. Jorge Hernandez, ready to get us back underway. Byam, that's through the block. Set point Canada. Block just didn't quite come together in time, and Byam was able to sneak it through. Mexico will bring back Luis Hernandez and Mendoza. Dominguez and Rescindes come out. It'll be the Bow Island, Alberta native Chris Byam to serve into the net. The serving from Canada had been improving as that set had gone on. The error there, though, they're into double digits. Victor Parra with the serve. Quick for Schoener, didn't hit it cleanly, it's out the back, and now Mexico has set point. So after staving off one of their own, can they finish it off? Parra to serve. Schmidt, that's off hands and still alive. Hernandez, big block. Christensen, or pardon me, Schoener. Three in the wall for Canada. Luis Hernandez, no way through. 25 apiece in set number 2. The server for Canada is Caden Schmidt. Josu Lopez, that's blocked, still alive. Free ball chance for Canada. Portlance, Hesslinger, that's not gonna work. Josu Lopez is stuffed, Schoener. Another set point chance for Canada. The Canadian block has come up big here late in this set. Caden Schmidt now with a serve to possibly put Canada in tomorrow's final. Lopez, that one is off the block and out, point Mexico. We keep playing, 26 apiece. server for Mexico is Mendoza. Heslinga had to reach back. The set was behind him and he couldn't make that adjustment to get it over the net. Mexico has another set point chance. Both teams have had opportunities to close this thing out. Will this be the chance that Mexico takes advantage of? Heslinga off the block, a recycle chance. Byam just tips it over. Here come the Mexicans. Hernandez partially blocked it down. Mexico wins it 28-26. This third set has everything on the line. If Canada wins, they'll play for gold. If Mexico wins, they'll play for gold. Boy, we are in for a treat here coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes in Edmonton, the Men's NORCECA Final 6 2023 right here on CBC Sports. Back inside the Flair Airlines hangar here in Edmonton, the Edmonton Expo Center. Getting ready for set number 3 between Mexico and Canada, and it's all going to come down to this. A Mexico win, they're in the gold medal game. A Canada win, they're in the gold medal game. The rest of the match won't matter. We'll still have to play it, obviously, but it really will be inconsequential at that point. Some stats through 2 sets as Jonathan Portlance gets ready to serve. Mexico outscoring Canada 28-22 in attack. Canada with a 6-3 edge in block points. Canada 4 aces and 12 service errors. Mexico 3 aces, 9 service errors. So the ratio the same for both teams. Mexico with the opening point here. Courtesy a nice little middle run. Brandon Lopez with that point, and now he's back to serve. Heslinga dunks it over top. This is still alive. Another chance for Canada. Back row for Schmidt. And the timing just not quite there on that attack for Team Canada. Look at there, Schmidt just trying his best to somehow defy the laws of gravity and hang in the air to reach that ball. Christensen blocked. Port Lance will try Hesslinga. That will find the floor. No panic from Canada. Jonathan Portlance yet. Multiple opportunities on some of these rallies. Hesslinga serving. Sinai blocked, kept alive. Hernandez is stuffed as well. Another chance for Mexico. Sinai, that one did trickle over. Byam, 3 in the wall. They go right back to him. Had to tip it. Long rally. Hernandez lining it up. Just a roll shot. Caden Schmidt. And he didn't hit it clean. Got underneath of it. Sent it into the crowd. Point Mexico. Feels like Mexico has won more of those long momentum shifting rallies so far in this match. Luis Hernandez, the server. Portlance goes to Byam. That is high. The roof here is very high. Iram Bravo, you have to bring it back outside the antenna. It was on the inside. You have to go around the court, play it back on the outside of the court to keep it in play, and he wasn't quite able to do that. Luis Hernandez might be leaking a little bit from the nose. He's doing his best to try to stay on the floor here. Liam Christensen serving for Canada. That's going to go out the back. Canada averaging 6 service errors a set in this match. That number will be quite a bit too high for Dan Lewis's liking. Yasutaka Sinai now for Mexico. Schoener! Went off to the side. Bravo got an arm to it, but couldn't handle that fastball from the middle blocker. Chris Byam, the Mount Royal Cougar. Hernandez from the back. I'm not sure that got over. They say that it did. Touched by Canada, no protest, so they must have realized that they did touch it. It was close. We'll get a good look here. Convinced that did go over, but again, Canada didn't argue. Lopez blocked, and it's down. Schoener. Corey Schoener in that game against the Dominican Republic. That was 2 days ago, so Thursday, I guess, was massive. He was so good in that game. Looking for a repeat performance as this one goes on. Mexico still up 5-4 as Schmidt serves. Another service error for Team Canada. Don't want to sound like a broken record, but might be their undoing here if they don't get that cleaned up at least a little bit. Mendoza with the serve. Hesslinga muscled it through. Little decoy run as well by Schoener, keeping the Mexican middle blocker honest and giving Hesslinga one-on-one battle on this near side. Now Schoener, another Trinity Western Spartan, will serve. And that one is off the back of his teammates. You know it's not a good serve when. It just almost feels like Canada doesn't believe in themselves in the back line. They're lacking confidence. 7-5, Mexico in front. The server is Lopez. Hesslinga high off hands, Lopez reaching for it. Sinai blocked, still alive. Hernandez, that's blocked, but it's out of bounds. Big point, Mexico. 8-5 the score in this third set. We are going to see a change on the Canadian side. Just waiting for it to be entered into the tablets. James Vincent will come in for Liam Christensen. Josu Lopez readying that cannon once more. Change-up. Center dump from Portlance. I think everybody was expecting Vincent to get his first swing of the match there. And instead, Jonathan Portlance fooled everyone and just played it over on second contact. Now he's back to the service line where he's done really well so far. Good dig from Schmidt. Portlance, by him, cross court with power. Chris Byam, the leading scorer in this game for Canada. Now with a dozen. Portlance to serve again. Mexico still in front 8-7. Brandon Lopez, good dig by Picklick. Net touch though against Canada, so point Mexico. Might have been the newcomer Vincent who caught a bit of the net. Portlance, Hesslinga right down the line. Isaac Hesslinga with another one of those mid-air adjustments. Looked like he was going cross court all day long and then just turned at the last second to fire it down the line. The serve though lets him down. 16 service errors for Canada in the match. That's 4 in this set already. Luis Hernandez lets one fly. Good pass from Hollins. It's still up, but the Mexicans, they watch it fall. Right into the Bermuda Triangle here. 3 of them standing around watching it. James Vincent, the Calgary product. UBC Thunderbird. Trouble here for Mexico. They do get it over. Schmidt into the net once again. Opportunity goes begging there for the Canadians. They got a free ball, but then they got in each other's way. Sinai just got it over. Schoner, what a block! Victor Parra said, "Not today, son." That is a huge rejection. And a timeout for Team Canada and head coach Dan Lewis. Mexico up by 3. And again, if they complete the sweep, they will leapfrog Canada in the standings and take on the United States for gold tomorrow. Canada will have to play for bronze against Cuba. Still a long way to go here in this third set though. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for helping make this event possible. Canada trailing by 3, 12-9. As players return to the floor here to resume this third set. Yasutaka Sinai, the 22-year-old, ready to serve for Mexico. Byam off fingertips. Bravo keeps it alive. Lopez, recycle, but again, Mexico standing around watching. Nobody really sure who should go get this ball, and in the end, nobody does. Here's Chris Byam, rolls it over. Back row, Hernandez! Net touch called against Canada anyway, so Mexico was always winning that point. Mexico will be quite content to just trade points. Victor Parra to serve. Schmidt, big time swing! Cuts the lead back down to 2, but it's Canada who has to find a way to get a couple of points on their serves. And they're gonna make a substitution to try to get a couple of points here. Isaiah Mamer coming in for Caden Schmidt. So not in for a middle blocker this time, Mamer, but for Schmidt. Mendoza, up for Lopez. Cross court right at Picklick, long run, Mamer saves it. Now he's got to hustle back. Hernandez gets it to go. Luis Hernandez. Lots of hustle there from Team Canada, but at the end of the day, Hernandez found the seam in the block. Server is Mendoza. Portland's for Hesslinger. That'll go! Iram Bravo diving for it, couldn't come up with the Hesslinger swing. Back at the line, Corey Schoener. Hernandez, that gets through. This is still alive. Mexico, another chance to attack. Josu Lopez with authority. Very calm from the Mexicans. No panic in their game. They look very comfortable here. Lopez the serve. Pass from Mamer. Hesslinger off hands again. Isaac Hesslinger, a couple of points utilizing the Mexican block. See if Jonathan Portlands can come up with something here. Plays at home at the Université de Sherbrooke. Hernandez, high off hands. Mamer does well. Hesslinger up against 3, comes right back at him, and then it goes out of bounds. Point Mexico. It's the 5th round robin game for the Mexicans. This is far and away the best they've played. Vincent, quick attack. He's trying to get his teammates fired up. Isaac Hesslinger at the line for Team Canada. 16-14 Mexico in front. Quick in the middle for Parra, just long. I'm not convinced that was out. I looked in from here. Geez, it's close, isn't it? We don't have the spot shot technology, if you will. Hernandez off hands. This one is gonna take an unfortunate redirection for Canada. Mexico gets that point. Luis Hernandez for Mexico. He's been good today. Mamer tough over the shoulder. Out of bounds off the block. That was really all he could do there against three-man wall. Cannot tell you how difficult that is to try to line up the ball when it's coming over your shoulder like that and try to hit it forward. Been set to serve. Sinai off hands. Mamer again over the shoulder. Looked like he was in the net there, but we continue. That's an overpass. Mexico take it down. Sinai rolls it. Byam. Three in the wall, but it's out. We're tied at 17. That felt like a big rally in the moment, didn't it? Canada wins it. Mexico takes a timeout. We're even at 17. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of its major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Big thank you to them for their continued support of Canadian volleyball. You can feel the tension in this building right now. Everyone knows how important this third set is. Again, Mexico wins it, they're playing for gold. Canada wins it, they're playing for gold. It all comes down to this one set. James Vincent to get us back underway out of the timeout. Back row, Hernandez blocked, it'll stay in play. Another chance, Sinai, that one is out. No touch, Canada in front. You see it there, the cross-court angle. It's just slicing away from the block. Sinai will come out. Jorge Hernandez comes back in for Mexico. James Vincent will serve. Little bit of trouble, it's an ace! Massive run from Canada here in the last couple of minutes. They've flipped the script, they have a 2-point lead. It was 16-14 Mexico at one point. Vincent, another serve. Hernandez out of the back, and Portelance stuck an arm out at it, but it will ricochet away. Luis Hernandez has gotten Mexico out of a lot of trouble in this match, and he does so again there. He's among their top point getters in the game. In fact, he is their leading point getter with 14. Portelance, Byam, off hands, out the back. Another point for Canada. Chris Byam is leading in that category in the game. 16 on the night for the Mount Royal Cougar. He toes the line. Mendoza back set. Hernandez! Right down the line. Front row, back row, doesn't matter. Luis Hernandez is feeling it. Victor Parra serving for Mexico. 2019 Canada. Mamer off hands, still up, comes back on the Canadian side. Byam out of the back row! Chris Byam unloaded. Actually caught Hernandez in the face. He'll be okay though. Byam putting his hand up, apologizing. Hernandez giving him the thumbs up. Mamer to serve. He's made a nice impact since coming in off the bench. Josu Lopez right at Mamer. Heslinga battling at the net. Josu Lopez! Wow! That angle razor sharp. He cut that with the outside of the hand. Shaped it away from the block. Got it well in front of the attack line. That's impressive stuff. Heslinga, that'll go cross court. 22-20, Canada in front. Mason Greaves will come in and serve for Corey Schoener. And a timeout taken by Mexico. 22-20, Canada in front. Canada 22, Mexico 20. Again, the winner will play the States for gold. This is some exciting stuff on a Saturday night. I'm not sure where else you'd rather be than right here, right now. Mexico looking to claw back. They found a way to stave off a couple of set points last set. Can they find a way back into this one? Just a 2-point lead for Canada. Mason Greaves, one of 3 Calgary products on this team, one of 3 UBC Thunderbirds as well. Luis Hernandez mishits it. He's done very little wrong in this match. And that's a tough time to make an error. How big is a 3-point lead now for Canada? 2 points away from gold medal game. Hernandez, they go right back to him. Greaves with a dig. Heslinga, offhand, recycle chance. They'll try the other side and buy him. Mendoza, trouble for Mexico. Here come Canada, free ball chance. Heslinga, slam dunk. Set, point, Canada. Substitution for Team Mexico. Luis Hernandez coming out. Angel Dominguez coming in. Mason Greaves trying to slow the heart rate down here before he lets this serve go. Dominguez blocked! Canada will play for gold! (25-20), Canada wins the set. Wow. This place erupted when that ball hit the floor. Big time block for Canada. We do have to finish this match, even though we already know the playoff matchups tomorrow. Mexico still ahead 2-1 in the match. We'll come back to Edmonton and the men's NORCECA Final 6 on CBC in just a couple minutes. players back on the floor here ahead of set 4 at the Flair Airlines hangar in Edmonton, Men's NORCECA Final 6 2023. So glad you could join us here on CBC Sports. My name is Grayson Knutson. A 10-3 run for Canada to close out that third set and book their spot in the gold medal game. It was 17-15 Mexico. Canada won it 25-20. To get us underway here in the fourth set is Josu Lopez. Jacob Sargent in the game for Canada, and he will let a big swing go on his first touch. Sargent, Vincent, Byam, Mamer, Portlance are out there right now. Picklick is the libero. Not sure who the other middle blocker is. Could be Schoener. Good serve there from Mamer. Still alive. Isaiah Mamer has done some great work on the back row. Lopez! Wow! Brandon Lopez with a big time kill on that middle attack. Right between the two blockers. Lopez serves it over. Portlance goes right back to Sargent. Over bump, party ball for Byam. I would maybe advise against giving the game's leading point getter an opportunity like that. Chris Byam putting another one away. Here's Jacob Sargent out of Lethbridge, Alberta. That one goes wide. So again, we know now that Canada will play the USA. 4:30 Mountain Time tomorrow is our gold medal game. Mexico will take on Cuba in the bronze medal match at 2 o'clock local. And the 5th and 6th game will be between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. Vincent with the quick attack. That classification match will be at 11:30 local time tomorrow morning. James Vincent has made a nice impact off the bench as well. Big service run in that third set to give Canada the lead that they would not let go of. There's a block, Schoener and Byam. Four-two, Canadians in front here. Sinai trying to go across court. No way through that wall. The server's Vincent here. Flat serve. Luis Hernandez lines it up right at Portlance. Mamer swings, uses the block, out of bounds. (5-2) Canada here in this fourth set. Mexico taking an early timeout here. Trailing by 3. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for helping to organize volunteers for this event. Check out volleyballalberta.ca for more information. Big round of applause here as a couple of the Canadian sitting women's volleyball team have been introduced here. Canada's sitting volleyball teams train here in Edmonton. And so they're in the house here tonight. World silver medalists, I should add, the Canadian para women's volleyball team. That was a little bit messy from Canada. It goes out of bounds. Point Mexico. Also a back row violation. Yasutaka Sinai serving for Mexico. Big time serve right at Mamer, who puts up a perfect pass. Sargent. This ball still alive thanks to a pancake from Sinai, but Hernandez sends it into the net. What an effort there from Sinai to get the hand under that. Unfortunately, his teammate can't help him out. Here's Chris Byam. Josu Lopez. Cross-court kill. That's what he does, and does very well. Victor Parra serving for Mexico. Mamer can't keep it in play. Canada has cleaned up the service errors slightly, only committing 5 in that set. Particularly towards the end, they were putting everything in. Josu Lopez blocked, another chance for Mexico. Hernandez is stuffed out of the back. Corey Schoener. One more look at that. Hernandez trying to go cross court, but Schoener had other ideas. Josu Lopez out the back. Was there a touch? No, there wasn't. Point Canada. It was always going to be interesting to see how both teams reacted coming into this 4th set after all that drama and tension in set number 3, and it looks like the airs come out of the Mexicans just a little bit here. Mamer puts that one into the net. Edgar Mendoza will serve now. Schoener going deep. There was a touch on that one, so it is a point for Canada. Schoener now to serve for the Maple Volleys. Hernandez right at Schoener. Good save by Portlas. Byam, free ball chance, Mexico. Hernandez, 3 in the wall. Sargent reacts quickly. Byam, oh, he found the room, and he found a cross-court angle. Almost zero approach here for Chris Byam, and he still put a real nice swing on it. Schoener unloads, but it goes out the back. 18 service errors now for Canada to just 9 for Mexico. Canada does have a couple more aces, however. 5-3 in that category. This man can certainly serve up some aces. Josu Lopez. That one, though, will go out the back. Substitute on the Canadian side, Chris Byam coming out. Reeve Ginchera coming in. Byam has 20 points in this match. Luis Hernandez blocked. Jacob Sargent took away the line. Timeout, Mexico. Jorge is there using both of his timeouts here very early on. 12-7. Canada is in front here. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for making this event possible. 5-point Canadian lead here in set number 4. Mexico still leading the match 2-1. Players coming back on the floor. It'll be Jonathan Portelance, the setter for Team Canada. He was part of the senior Pan American Cup gold medal winning squad, hoping to add another gold to his summer tomorrow as Sinai found a way through. Brandon Lopez will serve for Mexico. Portelance, back row, Mamer. That fooled the Mexicans. Really been impressed. I've said it before, but I've really liked Isaiah Mamer off the bench in this game, providing a spark for Team Canada. Here's Jacob Sargent, another University of Alberta Golden Bear. Quick in the middle there for Parra. Vincent got hands to it, but sent it askew. Point Mexico. Double sub on the Mexican side with Luis Hernandez and Edgar Mendoza coming out. We've seen it before. Miguel Resendez and Angel Dominguez will come in. Resendez will go back and do the serving. Cindy's the 21-year-old. He'll turn 22 in December. Mamer, that's off hands. Sinai, that'll go! Good swing by Yasutaka Sinai. Good set by Resendez all the way out there as well. Another serve for number 96 for Mexico. Gingera, that's blocked. Oh, and it's spun back on the Mexican side. Here come Canada again. Gingera once more off hands. Dominguez, that one well long, little wide as well. Angel Dominguez hasn't had a ton of run here for Team Mexico. Still just 19 years old. Good experience for him to be a part of this squad with some players who will look to qualify Mexico for the Olympics, like Josu Lopez, who comes sailing out of the pipe position and hammers one home for Mexico. Here's Sinai. Portelance, Gingera off the block, out of bounds, point Canada. Looks like they've been making a concerted effort to get Gingera going a little bit here. Came in, saw a lot of volume. Now he's back at the service line. (15-11), Canada in front, 4 sets. Josu Lopez did find the line. Pinpoint accuracy that time from Lopez. Serve from Parra. Portelance for Schoener. Not the cleanest of contact, but they all count when they hit the floor. Mamer to serve. His squad up 16-12. Brandon Lopez, Picklick, awkward, but it worked. Sargent trickled it over. Dominguez plays it free. Sargent had to reach with the offhand. Poor loss. Gingira! Oh, it's long. That one had some mustard on it. Just did not stay in play. Mexico gonna bring back Luis Hernandez and Edgar Mendoza. Dominguez and Resendez coming out. Mendoza, that running floater. Schoener, oh no! Big time rejection, Brandon Lopez. That's 11 on 11 crime right there. Lopez winning that battle big time. Back row from Mamer. I think he stepped on the line. Timeout for Canada. Dan Lewis. The lead, which was once bigger than 1, is now at 1. It was at 4. At 16-12, Mexico has scored 3 in a row to make it 16-15. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of its major sponsors, including Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. (16-15) Canada in this 4th set. Mexico still leading the match 2-1. Players coming back on the floor. Canada outscoring Mexico 49-46 in attack points. Canada with big edge in blocking 12-6. Canada 5 aces, 19 errors. Mexico 3 aces, 10 errors. Chris Byam, the leading scorer with 20 points. Josu Lopez and Luis Hernandez, the co-leaders for Mexico with 15. After Byam, the next leading scorer for Canada is actually Corey Schoener with 11. Gingira, there's that back row range that he was looking for last time, finds it this time around. Schoener lets one rip. Lopez couldn't do anything about it. Ace for Corey Schoener. (18-15) Canada in front. Schoener another serve. A little bit softer now. Lopez, did he find the sideline? He did. Great cross-court kill by Josu Lopez. He's fun to watch, the Mexican number 6. Now back at the service line, and we know what he could do here. Get up from Mamer. Gingira just has to play it over. Mishandled there from the setter Mendoza. Not sure if maybe the ball had a little bit of sweat or something on it that caused it to kind of slip here. You'll see it. Could have been called for a handling violation as well. Here's Porlas. Brandon Lopez, good middle run from Mexico. He's had quite a bit of joy with those middle attacks, Brandon Lopez. I haven't gone to Victor Parra a whole lot when he's up front. Sargent tried to readjust there in midair, wound up kind of going between two minds, sending it out the back. Now he's having a quick word with Dan Lewis. Mexico just trailing by 1 here as Lopez serves. Gingira blocked. Long run for Hollins. Free ball chance for the Mexicans. Somebody's got to get it though. Hernandez down the line. Tied at 19. Just a trouble ball back to Luis Hernandez. It's not a bad option when you're looking for something to get you out of a bit of a pickle. Dan Lewis going to take his second timeout of the set, so both teams have used both of their timeouts here in set number 4, as the score is level at 19. Big thank you to Volleyball Alberta for organizing volunteers for this event. For more information, check out volleyballalberta.ca. So again, we've got the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. And then our bronze medal match will be Mexico and Cuba at 2 o'clock. Both those matches on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page. Then the gold medal game, Canada-USA, 4:30 Mountain Time. Also on Volleyball Canada's YouTube page, but also right here on CBC Sports. Sargent off the block, out of bounds. Point Canada out of that timeout. Serving is Jacob Sargent. It's out the back. A race to 5 here now. Tied at 20. Here's Luis Hernandez. Service error for Mexico. They haven't committed too many of those in a little while. Got to be their 11th of the match. Puts them on pace for about 3%, which I think is an acceptable number. Been set with the serve. Sinai rolls it over. Portloss. Ginchera down the line, but wide. Even at 21 now. There was room for Ginchera, just couldn't keep it inside the court. The server is Sinai. Portloss gives it back to Mamer, and he goes down the line. Mamer made the first pass and then ripped it down the line. Reeve Ginchera serving for Team Canada. That goes out the back. Teams just trading points here the last little while. Serve from Para. Mamer blocked out of bounds, point Canada. And it will be the Wilkie Saskatchewan product back at the service line. Into the net. So we've reached deuce here in this 4th set. This one feels quite similar to that second set that Mexico eventually won 28-26. Mendoza serving. Back row Ginchera. Off the block and down. Point Canada and a set point. Mason Greaves coming in for Corey Schoener to serve. Can Canada force a 5th set here? Hernandez can't get it over. We will play 5. 25-23, Canada wins it. And now we'll have a race to 15 in set number 5 when we come back to the Flair Airlines hangar in Edmonton and the 2023 Men's NORCECA Final 6 right here on CBC Sports. Back inside the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center, getting ready for set number 5 between Canada and Mexico. Second 5-setter for Mexico at this tournament. The very first match of the event was Cuba and Mexico. Mexico was down 2-0. Or sorry, yeah, no, they were down 2-0 and they came all the way back. This time, could the reverse happen to them? First point goes to Canada as Josu Lopez sends it long. Hope you're having fun on your Saturday night. My name is Grayson Knutson. It's been a pleasure to bring you this entire tournament. We've got one more day tomorrow. We'll hand out some hardware and crown a champion. Portland to serve. A little bit of trouble there for Mexico. Hernandez still got a okay swing. Ginjera off the block and out the back, point Canada. Again, if you're unfamiliar, the 5th set only going to 15 points. So you definitely want to get off to a good start. Canada with the first 2 points. Sinai will come out, and making his first appearance of the match is Frankie Milantoni for Mexico, the number 48. The 21-year-old. Portland, another serve. That one a little bit too much on it. First point of the set for Team Mexico. Serve from Brandon Lopez. Sargent cross court, but it's wide. No touch. Point Mexico. I think both of these teams before the game were obviously hoping for the sweep. Canada would like to get a little bit of rest here, but instead they're playing a 5-setter. Mexico was obviously hoping to sweep and get into that gold medal match as Milantoni muscled it off the block and down. 3 straight for Mexico since he's come into the match. But alas, we're playing 5 and both teams having to leave it all on the floor here tonight. Portolas, Gingera reaching back, an easy block for Mexico. Victor Parra. Another look at it here. Brandon Lopez. Portolas to Vincent, this one's up. Milantoni still alive. Gingera readjusts. Good dig from Lopez. Hernandez, cross court. 5 straight points for Mexico. Dan Lewis thinking about it. Now he does indicate that he wants to take a timeout. 5-2 Mexico. They are starting to roll here in set number 5. Volleyball Canada would like to thank its partners, the Government of Canada, the Government of Alberta, and Explore Edmonton for helping to make this event possible. Busy little weekend here at the Expo Center. There's also a Canadian Tire convention, I think showing off some of the new products for the winter and next spring. I can only look in when the doors are open. They won't let me in because they don't have the proper accreditation. (5-2) Mexico as the players are back on the floor. Brandon Lopez will serve for Mexico. Portolas looking for Sargent, that's out the back, no touch. Another point for Mexico. Some of the Mexican fans here trying to make some noise for their team. Caden Schmidt coming back in here for Jacob Sargent. Schmidt involved immediately with that first pass. Gingera tips it, but he tips it out of bounds. 7 straight points for Mexico. Brandon Lopez is having a heck of a run from the service line. Gingera, that's blocked. Another chance for the number 12. And that one's gonna go out of play. Point Mexico, and they will have an 8-2 lead at the side swap. So Canada again scored the first 2 points of this 5th set, but it's been all Mexico since then. Brandon Lopez already ready to go on the new side that he's on. Gingera. That went into the net as well. Canada just cannot get out of this rotation. I know that the result of this match is really inconsequential as Vincent finally snaps that 9-0 Mexican run. I was going to say, I know the result of the match is inconsequential, but Dan Lewis doesn't want to see his team get thumped in a 5th set here. going into tomorrow's gold medal match. So we'll see what kind of response Canada has here after giving up that huge run. Middle attack, Para, that found the sideline. Huge swing from Victor Para, who hasn't made a ton of impact offensively, but boy, he looked good there. Luis Hernandez to serve for Mexico. Over bump, Milantoni hammers it down. 11-3, Mexico in the lead. Dan Lewis will take his second and final timeout of this fifth set. The Mexican lead is 8. Volleyball Canada would like to thank some of its major sponsors, Mizuno, Mikasa, and Volleyball Stuff. Two here in this match. Canada dropping the first 2 sets, setting up that dramatic third set. They were able to come out with a win there. They won the 4th set as well, but it has been all Mexico here in set number 5 as they look to get a victory. Mamer off the block, out of bounds, point Canada. Little long set from Portloss to get it out there. Takes a lot of strength, a lot of precision to make that kind of set. Vincent now. Just a giant hole in the Mexican defense there, and Vincent found it. That's an ace. Here's Vincent. Milantoni off the block and down, point Mexico. Makes it 12-5, 3 points away from winning this match. Frankie Milantoni for Mexico. Puts it into the net. Reeve Gingera for the Canadians. Hernandez out of the back is blocked. They'll go to him again. That one will go! 13-6, Mexico in front. They're gonna make that double substitution with Angel Dominguez and Miguel Resendez coming in. Mendoza and Luis Hernandez come out. Victor Para will be the server. Mamer off hands. Josu Lopez, big time kill. Brings up match point, Mexico. Para wants to serve quickly here. Caught Canada off guard once doing that. Gingera, that did get over in the eyes of the officials. Mamer. Lopez. Mamer again. Recycle. Mamer blocked. And, oh, he kept it alive! How did he do it? This rally's still going on. Mamer, was there a touch? Yes, there was! Canada gets that point. That was crazy. 1, 2, and then just a flailing leg there from Mamer to keep it alive. Wow. Mexico will take a timeout. 14-7. They still have a lot of run here. Match point. There's that final point. Mexico was celebrating, but it was off the very fingertips of the block. Big shout out to Volleyball Alberta for helping to organize volunteers for this week's event. For more information, go to volleyballalberta.ca. Players back on the floor. Isaiah Mamer gets the ball and is ready to serve. Some confusion on the Mexican side here. Now they look like they're ready to go. That's a handling error on Rescindes. Double contact is the call. (14-8) now. Canada getting a little bit closer, but still a long ways to go. Mexico on match point. Josu Lopez, this one's still up. Milantoni, was there a touch? No, we keep going. Mexico making their double sub again. Well, they're gonna make a triple sub actually. In Luis Hernandez, Edgar Mendoza, Yasutaka Sanai, out. Miguel Rescindes, Angel Dominguez, and Frankie Milantoni. Still Isaiah Mamer serving at 14-9. And it's out the back, and Mexico will win this match in 5 sets. 15-9 in that 5th set. Both teams with a great effort in this one. That was a lot of fun. So again, we will go through the schedule for tomorrow. 11:30 a.m. 5th place match between Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic. You're going to want to watch that one because they played a heck of a game earlier today that went 5 sets. Bronze medal match at 2 o'clock tomorrow. That's between Cuba and Mexico. When they played in the round robin, that went 5 sets as well. Canada and the USA will play for gold at 4:30 Mountain. Canada the only team to win a set against the Americans at this event. Trying to load up the match stats here. There was a lot going on in this last set, so just taking a moment. Now we can go through the match statistics. Canada with the advantage in attack, 58-56. And in the blocking category, 12-7. Canada with 7 service aces, 24 errors. Mexico with 3 aces and 13 errors. Leading scorer was Chris Byam with 20 points. Luis Hernandez led the way for Mexico with 19. That wraps up the round robin. Only one more day left at this year's NORCECA Final 6. We hope you'll join us for it tomorrow when we see you again. On behalf of our entire crew here at the Flair Airlines hangar at the Edmonton Expo Center, this has been a presentation of Sports Canada TV. My name is Grayson Knudsen. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. This has been a presentation of CBC Sports. Good night, everyone.
Bye.